hide my ceiling so I can have a better look at what's inside and I have more control. Please feel free to also hide the floors if they're annoying you. I think I chose a very bad color, so I'm just going to change that right now into something that is a bit more comfortable. That's maybe sea green. Might be a bit easier to look at when we're looking at a red color. Still not the best color, but better than purple. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the view and return the lens to 30, simply because it looked funny when it was 20. I'm just going to go here and start adding my doors. So I already started a layer and called it doors, I believe right here. I'm just going to give it a different color. So I'm going to go with brown, simply because doors are brown. And all I have to do is place the door panel right here as a plane. And then all I have to do is, it looks like it didn't draw the plane, it didn't snap properly. So let's do this again. So I'm just gonna draw it right here on the outer edge. Maybe turn this to a wireframe first so it makes things easier. And I will start right here. Okay, it's not snapping to the correct point. In that case, I'm just gonna make things a bit easier. And I'm gonna make it on the plan view right here. So I have this curve right here that I can now extrude. I can make it smaller or slightly thinner, depending on how thick your door is. Of course, please adhere to measurements, make sure that you are accurate with your drawings. Now, next is I'm gonna go to solid, extrude planar curve, straight, and simply extrude it all the way up. If I go back to my shaded view, you can see that this is my door. And I am good to move forward to the windows layer or to the windows part, where I'm gonna draw a rectangle right here. I'm gonna make the windows as my active layer, draw a rectangle from this corner to this corner. And it's not snapping again. So again, I'm gonna make it in the plan view and then change the direction or the thickness of the window as thick as I want it to be. And then I'm gonna go to solid, extrude planar curve, straight, and go all the way here. Now you can notice that it's misplaced. That's because I didn't choose the right plane or the right view to be working with. I'm gonna use the front view to make things easier with the snap. And then I'm gonna extrude this curve. Again, solid, extrude planar curve. And now I can be a bit more accurate. So I can say I want it to be, I don't know, maybe 150 millimeters. And you can see that my window is now done. All I have to do now is move it slightly inside in the plan view. So it is somehow in the middle. So I can move it from here to here, pressing on my shift, and then moving it, say, I don't know, 150 units upwards. And then I'm going to click on enter. Okay, so there is my window. Of course, when I add the material, I can start adding transparency to this object. Now, next is I'm going to have to start looking at, I have to also move my door. Oh, no, my door is okay. Next is I'm going to start working on the frames and the windows of the door. Now we're going to talk about the sweep function. Sweep is whenever you have a shape that you want to extrude following a path. What does this mean? It means I'm going to go back to the doors layer and I'm going to draw a path using lines, just regular polylines, and say I want it to be right from here. I think that is the right view, and we are in the front view. So I have a path. I'm going to use the perspective view and say I have a path from here to here, which is the path where my window frame is going to take place, to here. right? So this is the path that I want my object to be drawn with or extruded according to. Right now, I'm going to draw the plan of my window frame or door frame, whatever it is that you're drawing. And I'm just going to draw, I'm going to exaggerate it slightly just so I make it a bit clearer. So say that is, let's make it maybe 10 millimeters in that direction. Oh, sorry. We're going to use the plan view, which is slightly better. So we're going to go here with 10 millimeters. And I'm going to press here. Then I'm going to go in this direction for 10 millimeters. Again, and I'm going to press here. And then again, 10 millimeters. This makes this 20 millimeters. And I'm just going to close it up. Let's check where it snapped to because I think it looks odd. This needs to be slightly moved. I don't understand what was going on, but anyway. Oh, there, it snapped to the wrong object. So I can either start fixing it or I can redraw the whole thing. Right now, I just need to grab these points and move them downwards from this view. I'm going to click on move and I'm going to move them downwards 1,200 units. Oh, sorry, 3,200 units. Okay. So I'm going to move them 3,200 units. Here. So now my object looks much better. So you can see it right here. Now, what about the sweep function? Why do we need the sweep function? So I'm going to go to surface, sweep one rail because I only have one path that I want my object to follow. So it says select the rail. The rail is the path. So I'm going to select this path. And then it says select the curve and they need to be at a cross section. So they need to be at a plan, which is this curve. Once I right click or hit the enter button, again, I'm going to hit the enter button. It will ask me for some settings and I'm going to accept the default settings and click on OK. And now you can see how my door frame, I'm just going to go to the rendered view or maybe shaded view. You can see how my door frame was extruded so that it revolves around the path that I have introduced before, which is the line around the door. I'm going to change the color to maybe brown again, so that it looks more of a real door frame. So you can see this profile that I drew that was swept across the path that I have defined earlier. Now going to the window. Now the window will use exactly the same process. However, because this is a closed loop, I need to start somewhere at the middle of this sector and not at the corner. Because if it's at the corner, then the meeting points are going to make a funny shape and it's not going to be as I want it to be. So make sure that you start from the middle, you draw your object in the middle and you draw your path, and then you use the sweep one rail tool. So that's it for now. You're done with the modeling. And all you have to do right now is move forward into the interior space and add your furniture and interior details. I look forward to seeing your results. Please let me know if you have any questions.